Hey guys, how's it going? Alright, so I'm making this video because I've had a lot of people ask me that they want my story of how I got started into investing and creating assets in my life. And to be honest with you, I am only within the first 2 or 3 steps on my long journey of of creating assets, creating alternative income or primary income that's against the grain, okay, not the norm of working a 9 to 5 job. Um, so you guys may know me from RC Waffle House. We may be friends in real life, or most of you are complete strangers to me because I'm heavily involved in the RC world. Some of you guys know I've started and ran a few different RC clubs here in Central Florida, and also run a couple Facebook groups that you guys have probably become friends with me from. So just a little background story of me. I was raised in a construction family. I had a dad that took me with him as a young kid, and we would go remodel houses or do side projects. And my father has always been in construction. My mom is a construction manager for a large home builder right now. So anyways, I was always involved in construction and learned at a young age to work hard for what you want. And my dad and mom instilled a really strong work ethic into me at a young age. So to me, naturally, working hard for money was the process that I was taught. And as I got older and got tired of swinging the hammer and not making amazing money, I started to see and learn and discover different avenues of adding assets to your life, and finding a smarter way to make money. So it was about 4 or 5 years ago is when I started to learn about stocks and investing. And it was about the same time that I was starting RC Waffle House. I was really just scrambling to find any other alternative way to make money at that time. So, I started just diving into it all. Some of you guys may know when I go, head first into a new hobby, it consumes my life. I'm a serial hobbyist, I guess you would say. To when I get into something, that's all I do. And as soon as I'm done with it, I move on to the next hobby or whatever sparks my interest, and I am all in on that. So when I found and started researching how to trade the stock market, that was my life. And I would go in about 3 to 4 month spurts of that's all I did. That's it. I would come home, spend an hour or two with the family, and then the rest of my night was learning how to trade stocks. Have a couple notebooks that I would write down information and take notes and just watch countless YouTube videos. Honestly, guys, YouTube is your best friend in 2020. In the modern age, you can learn anything off of YouTube, or online for that matter. But YouTube is what I like. I'm a very visual learner. So that's what I did. I just would create a binder and go, hey, I'm going to learn this, and then write things down that I didn't understand and then take notes. And within the first month, my binder would grow and grow and grow, and the list of things that I didn't know would grow and grow and grow, and I would write things down as I would watch videos and then go and research terms that I wasn't familiar with and then slowly cross out that list. And, I did that for quite a while and paper traded and started off playing penny stocks as most people do, because we want that cheaper option. So did that for a while and obviously blew my first account trading penny stocks, and then ended up discovering Forex. I actually found a group of local traders, and they were the ones that introduced me to the Forex market. And I liked that a lot more at that time because my time freedom was non-existent, and Forex allowed me to trade on my time. As of the standard stock market is what opens at 9:30, and you get your morning pre-market moves, and then the stock market closes at 4, and you'll get some afternoon after-market moves. But it didn't allow me to trade at night because I'm a night owl type of person. So I did Forex and went to the trading group that I found here locally to me, and was with the trading group learning Forex for about 3 months, and they were charging a couple $100s a month to be a part of their group. Within the first month or two, because I'm so dedicated to learning these things, I was coming with new ideas, new trade strategies, and the guru of the group that was teaching would have me stand up in front of the group and present some of the new trade strategies that I was learning outside of class. And, I asked him, well, hey, if you want me to help teach your class, even as an extreme newbie, I'm just really dedicated to learning, I kind of feel like I need a discount from your monthly tuition. And they weren't willing to do that, and so I stopped going to the class. I kind of felt at that time I was already further ahead than some of his class pets, I guess. And I don't know. I wanted more than what I was probably worth. I felt like I was worth more than what I probably was valued at. And in hindsight, I wish I would have stuck with it. I wish I wouldn't have bailed out on the class because of that fact, because I've learned now, a few years down the road, that there's great value in being surrounded with people of like-mindedness. And so I wish I would have stuck with that. So anyways, I switched gears. I started learning and trading Forex because of the time freedom that it gave me to trade on my own time. I still trade Forex and liked it, but I'm learning now that I like the bigger moves in the standard stock market. I liked Forex because I was trading economies. It was more consistent for me, and still could trade off of technical analysis. I'm a big pattern guy and not so much fundamental, but kind of leaning more towards fundamental now that I'm actually more heavy into the regular stock market. So traded Forex for quite some time and am now getting back into trading the stock market. I'm also getting into cryptocurrencies, and I'm still only 2 or 3 steps on my path of really learning how to do this and do it well. I've become fairly successful the past month or two in trading stocks. I'm learning from a guy that I actually discovered at the very beginning of my journey, which is Ross Camden with Warrior Trader. I'm learning from him right now. No, I'm not a part of his paid subscription class. All of his information on YouTube is fantastic. It's not as, I'm sure, clear-cut steps as if I would pay for his class, but man, there's enough information, and really the majority of a lot of the YouTube videos out there, that you can compile your own information. It's what they're teaching in the paid class. It's just not as A to Z, so to say. Speaking of classes, I've taken other paid classes. My local class, as I told you about, I also signed up for another Forex trading class that I found online from a guy that I was learning from. And I think that was like $500 or so. I wasn't too excited with his course. I didn't like some of the strategy that he was teaching. I thought it was kind of old hat news. I don't know. It just wasn't for me. It was... At the end of the day, it was a waste of $500. Did I go through his entire course? Yeah. Did I learn things from it? Yeah, sure I did. But it wasn't a, hey, here's $500 and I can implement this strategy right away to make money. So that really didn't work out. Other training courses in reference to trying to build assets in my life, I've done drop shipping. I did the Shopify course. That was quite expensive. But did Shopify for the wrong reasons. The store that I built and invested my money into for advertising wasn't into a category or niche that I was excited about. I kind of created I have 2 daughters, so I created a princess store, and in hopes of drawing my wife in to find interest in, oh hey, this is really cool, and then maybe we could do it as a team. And ultimately, when I didn't get conversions on that, then I kind of fizzled out of that. And again, my interest is short-lived in hobbies. So I think RC has been my longest running hobby. I did sports cards for a while, as nerdy as that sounds, but I would buy and flip sports cards. And then I got into RC cars and started my own club here in Central Florida. And then discovered FPV drones, and then started my own drone club. And then did the Waffle House on Facebook, which most of you guys know me from, and just would sell RC products on a Facebook group. So that was kind of the Waffle House was my first real venture through entrepreneurship. I've owned smaller businesses in the past, but this was the first one that was, how do I put it? Kind of like just an idea that was different for me, so I didn't have to go and labor for the dollars that I earned. I used my mind to earn money, and that was successful. And I was able to stack a good amount of money doing RC Waffle House. And my goal was to buy a house for my family with that money, the profit from my Facebook company. Ultimately, I lost my job. Ended up using I think I had 16,000 in the bank from RC Waffle House, and used that money to float. And I was heavily into trading Forex at that time. So when I lost my job, I was able to survive off of revenues generated from RC Waffle House on Facebook and trading stocks. Well, fast forward about a year of staying home and just having an online business and trading stocks, and my wife became pregnant. And I said, okay, well, the stock market thing isn't taking off to where I'm making crazy money to feel like I could support my family. And, I said, okay, it's time to go back to work. So I took the money that I had in the bank and I started a construction business. I ended up calling the company that I used to work for and went, hey, I'm going to start a construction business. Would you be interested in bringing me on as a vendor? And of course, they were super excited to do that. And that's where I still work. I still own my construction business. I'm about 2 years and 3 months in, and we're doing really, really well. For independent owner, I have 3-4 subs that work under me now, and we're doing okay. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. But I've always wanted to not swing the hammer, get out of laboring, trading hours for pennies. I want to trade ideas for dollars. And trading stocks is building assets, and you're trading ideas for dollars. Now, mind you, it's your dollars that you're putting up to support your idea, but that's basically what it is. You're learning a strategy, and your idea is either this stock is going to go up or this stock's going to go down. And you're trading those ideas to earn dollars. And so I think my biggest advice to everyone starting off on this path is dedication. Honestly, it is being dedicated. If you're simply going to paw at it or just scratch the surface, then I guess that's okay to kind of dip your toe in the water. But if you find that it's something you like, it really needs to consume your life. And I hate to tell you that because I don't want you to become a recluse like I do at times. But to really be serious about starting something else to change your life, to change the course, it takes a big mental adjustment. And it's possible. Anybody can do it with whatever level of education you have. It's honestly just drive. It's the drive that you have in yourself to go, I will figure this out. And so again, I'm not a millionaire. I'm by no means a successful day trader in my mind. I'm trading really well right now. For the past couple of months, I'm trading at like 70-75%. I've made a couple $1,000s. I'm learning how to trade crypto. But again, that's my dedication to having a solid work ethic to where I work really hard in my construction business, and then I can take capital to move it in other places to hopefully achieve my goals of trading ideas for dollars rather than hours for pennies. Warrior Trader is a good guy to learn from. There's some good paid programs that are good if you need that extra push to go, hey, I've invested money in this, then I better follow through on my education. Or not, or you can do it on your own. You just need to be dedicated, keep organizational tools or skills, keep notebooks, things like that, guys. Read books. I just read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. As some of you guys know, that was a fantastic book. It kept me motivated and motivated me even more. It's about one father being a teacher and not caring about generating alternative income or passive income or growing assets, and another guy who is an entrepreneur by heart but was poor at that time but had the drive to figure things out, and so he would start his own businesses or just come up with ways to make passive income. And so that's where my life is driving right now, is I want ways to make passive income, whether it's trading stocks, or whether it's growing businesses and setting them on autopilot, or whether it's all sorts of different ways of making passive income. It's just, you got to find them. Most people, like me, before, all of our extra money goes into purchasing liabilities. And, the RC cars that I have, the drones on my wall, those are all liabilities. The clothes I have, those are things that aren't going to make me money. They're not investments. And so I'm trying to change my mindset into placing my extra income into investments, making passive income. And so that's where I'm at right now, guys. Learn the stock market. You guys can do it. Learn cryptocurrency if that's more interesting for you. Learn Forex. Figure out a way to make money. Start an online business. Drop ship. These are just quick ideas that I've played with that have been successful or not for me. And so I always tell my wife, hey, I may try to do a million things, but it's the 1,000,001 thing that I try and do that's finally going to work for me, that's going to make me rich, okay, or financially well off. I think that's the goal, is I want to be financially well off. I want to be able to leave my kids with something when I'm gone. I want to be able to let them look back and go, my dad worked his ass off. That's what I want. I want to strive to give something back to my kids. I want my wife to have a good life. Not that we don't, but I don't want her to have to work her butt off all the time. She's a manager at Great Clips and works tons of hours. And if she wants to continue to still do that, then great. But I want her to have the option to not have to do that, which are the driving factors of why I spend so much time trying to be an entrepreneur and hustling and trying to make moves. So whatever that is for you guys, just know dedication is key, okay? Dedication is key. Failure is a part of success. Without failure and multiple failures, then you would never find success. And you just always have to get up. I mean, after my first blown trading account, yeah, I took a month or two off, but I have the drive to want to do it. And so here I am back again. And then Forex, wasn't a huge success. Did I make money at it? Sure. Did I lose money at times? Sure. Yeah, I did. But ultimately, one of these attempts will be the home run that I'm looking for. And I was telling this to my wife the other night. I said, doing construction my entire life, and especially when I became a superintendent in construction management, that was hard. You're learning databases, you're learning new things that are foreign to you. And then all of a sudden, with the right work ethic, one day you wake up and the light bulb just goes ding, it goes off. And you go, wow, my job is really easy now. And you can't necessarily pinpoint when that transition happened. You just know that you wake up and you think about the day ahead and you're not discouraged anymore because you have it, right? The light bulb has gone off. And I think that's happening for me right now with trading stocks, whether it's Forex or the stock market or even crypto. They all move the same way. It's all the same type of chart, same type of graph. And my light bulb is starting to go off to where I can now look at these charts and recall multiple strategies and techniques and skill sets are all merging together finally for me, to where these past couple months I'm able to look at the chart and call out things and just have it materialize exactly as I see it. Mental side of trading is a big part, and I'm really starting to get a better handle on that. And I think that has to do with a larger influx of cash in my life, owning a construction business now. As of before, a loss or losing $100 was big to me. Now it's not as much. So it's easier to suffer through pain of a loss to gain a lesson from that loss than it was in the past. And I think in the past I was always trying to swing for the fence to make a larger return, and that wasn't necessarily the right thing to do. I should have been trading within a region of money that I can afford or am comfortable to lose, and so I would have been able to accept that. So the mental side of winning or placing a bet, or not a bet, risking that amount of capital has become easier to me. I've mastered the mental game. So with that said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll help you the best I can. Just mind you, I'm fairly busy. I'm running a construction business. I'm trying to trade as often as I can, and spend time with my family as much as I possibly can. The RC stuff has definitely fallen to the wayside. I don't do anything online anymore with RC Waffle House just because I'm so busy doing other things. And I barely RC anymore, just because I'm so focused on making this work and dedicating all my extra time to this, to finding a different path. And you guys can too. You guys can find a different path as long as your mindset is right, as long as you're willing to put in the work and stay dedicated to it. But you have to be interested, right? If this isn't for you and you're not super excited, then this is never going to work for you, right? You can't force yourself to be excited about things. Maybe you need to eliminate distractions. Maybe you need to change your lifestyle a bit, right? Maybe instead of coming home and cracking that beer or smoking that joint, you guys come home and continue your work day. And that's the difference. Honestly, that's the difference. Is your downtime isn't really downtime, and it shouldn't be. It should be extra time for you to get out of the rat race. And that's the most important part. Is just because you put 9 to 5 in today doesn't mean that your day or your effort is over. And not everyone wants to do that, and that's okay. And that's okay. Having millions of dollars isn't for everyone, I guess. It takes the time and dedication. So you can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. If you guys have any questions, hit me up. 21-minute long video. Holy crap. Thanks for watching. Take care.